I don't think I have ever raged at a video game so hard to the point where I actually caused some form of destruction around me, since maybe I think there's only been really ever one time where I actually played Xenoverse with a buddy of mine when the beta came out on Switch. And with that one, it was actually totally on accident because I was just kind of messing around with him. Basically raged a bit too hard, and I pretty much what I decided to do was I tried to go ahead, not really slam my controller, but just slam it down or put it down, I guess, on my table. And because I did it, or I let go out of my hand, it basically just like went straight towards my monitor and basically broke my monitor screen to the point where I had to, of course, go ahead and get another one because it just went full dark screen. So basically the only rage story that I really have that I can think of where I actually went full on bonkers mode, I guess you can say. But they follow a YouTuber and Twitch streamer that I'm going to be talking about here named Putz12, who basically plays Splatoon. He is well known, I guess, or somewhat known in the community as somebody who actually rages a lot. Every single time that he actually goes live or live streams, he actually goes ahead and just gets so angry and yells profanities onto his viewers, on his teammates, and basically just blames everyone else except for himself.
Give me a break! Jesus Christ!
He really has a mindset that he thinks that he is basically the best player of Splatoon ever. And hearing from what I've seen from other Reddit posts and actual just other YouTubers who have also made videos about him, have all basically came to the conclusion that no, he really isn't even a good Splatoon player. In fact, he really isn't like anything really amazing. In fact, he's pretty mediocre at best from what I've heard. Now, I do want to go ahead and give a massive shout out here to Kiwi Tapes because he is actually the first YouTuber that I've actually seen anybody talking about Putz12 and is the one that actually made me know who Putz12 is. And the main reason why I wanted to make this video here as well is just mainly due to the fact that he actually once got so angry at a Splatoon game that he called Nintendo of America. He called the big Papa hotline of Nintendo and basically gave them the 1-2 and told them, fuck you guys. I thought that it'd be great for me to go ahead and go over that entire audio call with you guys and basically give my 2 cents of it, since I am somebody who used to work for Nintendo of America. I used to be under contract with them about a year or two ago and was there basically as a fraud analyst, and then afterwards was actually put into their phone services. So pretty much I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable as to like how the phone operator should actually be getting in, or should be actually talking to Putz here, and what things should be going on. And yeah, I just thought it'd be a kind of a fun little video for me to make for you guys, and yeah, give you guys my 2 cents on that. So before we get into the actual phone call, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more and kind of let you guys know a little bit more about who Mr. Putz12 really is. His real name is Sean Nichols, and he is actually currently banned on Twitch as of April of 2024. And I just double checked here, but it actually looks like he got reinstated back. So he doesn't seem like he's actually blocked anymore from, or banned from Twitch anymore. So I just thought I'd go ahead and make that readjustment here real quick. There was even actually a story that actually showed up here that's saying that he has actually made a little girl cry at a SNS, or a Smash and Splash kind of tournament event, where basically they were playing Splatoon. And in said event there, he actually went ahead and I guess got very upset that one of his teammates did not show up and just couldn't make it to the tournament. And so because of that, some other dude actually said, hey, how about we have my little girl, you know, be the replacement for the partner that we're missing. And so they went ahead and they played. And then because of that, they actually unfortunately went ahead and lost, and my man here, he went ahead and lost it. Ahead and shouting profanities there, and just has never really talked about it ever since then. In fact, he has actually said that he just does not want to talk about it in general and does not want to apologize. But he has shouted so many different types of things to this poor little girl, telling her that she's worthless, is not great at anything, and will not be great at anything in life. And yeah, just basically being a fun character. Pretty much the reason why everyone actually loves to go to his streams is just to see the total chaos and just anger and crash out that he'll be having. That basically all of his viewers are pretty much trolls, kind of in the same way as Wings of Redemption. They pretty much just go into his streams just to make fun of him, poke fun, and get him super angry and just poke the bear. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's just go ahead and let's just listen to the total atrocity that is this phone call. And again, I'll give you guys my 2 cents on whether the Nintendo rep actually did a good job or not. I already know how this is gonna go just because I've heard a little bit of it. There's some things where I kind of was like interesting that he's doing this, but yeah, let's just go ahead and listen to it. I will say the audio is a full 20 minutes long. We're likely not going to listen to the full thing, but yeah, let's just get to it.
Thanks for calling Nintendo. My name is Jasmine. I'm a supervisor here. I see that you were transferred to me. That's who I'm speaking with.
My name is Sean.
Okay, so this is actually a supervisor then. Okay.
Hey, Sean.
So he did already call basically a rep, and pretty much that same rep, probably because of him being extremely angry, pretty much went ahead and transferred him over to a supervisor. Or if not, again, he just kind of, as soon as he started joining the call of the original rep, he probably just said, hey, I'd like to go ahead and speak to a supervisor instead. So that's likely what pretty much happened.
What can I help you with today?
Well, I was on hold for 46 minutes to get a hold of you, so that was amazing.
And he said 46 minutes on this, and I actually kind of want to see. This is okay. Well, this at least was recorded 6 years ago, so this was posted 6 years ago. I don't know what the climate was like back then with Nintendo. I know at the time that I was there with them, it was basically during holiday, and it was quite a bit. There actually have been people. I remember receiving phone calls around like Christmas time that they were actually waiting for a whole hour to get in contact with Nintendo. So this is kind of a normal thing. I guess it just all varies of like when this stream
we are extremely busy right now.
Yeah,
I apologize for that.
when the stream was made.
So what can I help you with?
Or when he did it.
I am pretty livid over everything about Nintendo at the moment. So yeah, to get started, your online system, the pay for online is complete trash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so just want to let you guys know that audio right there, him saying that he got a follower and stuff, that is actually something that Nintendo is actually able to hear. At least the phone rep there is able to hear it. For some odd reason, I don't know how he called Nintendo or whatever, but I guess, or just what's going on, but I guess he just has that as like a speaker or something, and the Nintendo rep kind of has that and is kind of seeing that as like him being like a troll or either offensive to him, I suppose.
Complete trash. I'm a Splatoon 2 streamer, and actually a pretty popular one at that.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that
that audio,
we've had no benefit of actual online services of any kind is absolutely ridiculous. I am still being constantly harassed by a couple people in this community, nonstop, all the time, and the fact that I can't block them, ban them, or anything to get rid of them is completely asinine fucking retarded. Pardon my language, but this is getting out of fucking hand. And I'm so sick and tired of calling in.
I'm gonna have to ask you to stop swearing.
Yep.
You're gonna have...
Yep, he's gonna have to ask you to stop swearing. Yes, so that is a thing that supervisors can't do at Nintendo, and we actually always advise them, especially, because once you're talking to a supervisor at Nintendo, you're not really gonna be able to be transferred to anybody else. Basically, that is it. That is the higher up. That is the supervisor, which at the time we pretty much called them CS3. So there's CS1, CS2, and CS3. CS1, they're basically your normal everyday phone reps that you actually go ahead and talk to. CS2, I'm not really quite sure, just because by the time that I was in the phone servers, they kind of were being like thrown off the shelf. Basically, it was just going to be CS1 and then CS3. CS3 person who is, the full supervisor and who can do basically everything in a way.
Ask me to stop swearing. I'm gonna have to ask you to please get everything working correctly. Crazy about the harassment I'm having to deal with every time.
Well, I just want to say here, when it comes to Splatoon, and I guess in this case Splatoon 2, there really isn't really much of like any form of online kind of like thing that you can like troll people with in the game itself. I want to say, from what I've played, like there really hasn't really been like anything that I can think of that anyone could like make some form of offense to you. Like there's no in-game voice chat except for like I think maybe using the phone app, but I could be 100% wrong on that. But even then, I don't even think that there even is in-game chat at all. So I don't really know what he's like describing here when he's talking about like, oh, People are offending me. They're being mean to me.
Just latency, the horrible.
I swear, I am going to have to end the call.
Yep, that is
Can
a
transfer me
supervisor.
to
So
another.
that is the good thing there, that he is telling him, like, you have to stop swearing, and that is the big thing with Nintendo, is that yes, you have to stop swearing. Once you are in contact with a supervisor, again, the normal phone reps, they'll just go ahead, if you start swearing, they'll just transfer you over to our CS3 reps, our supervisors. But as somebody who is already the supervisor and stuff, they do have the ability to just go ahead and just hang up the phone call with you, which is something that actually the Kiwi Tapes video did that's where the confusion came in, because at first I thought that this guy right here, he was talking to a normal CS1 rep. I actually did not know that he was talking to a CS3 rep or a supervisor yet. So that makes a little bit more sense than why, things ended the way how they did end here on this phone
Supervisor,
call.
and I'm hopefully it's not going to take another half an hour, because you're honestly not even trying to listen to anything I have to say.
Because
you're
there's
just
really
obsessed about me swearing and wanting to end this call.
Well, we want to keep it very cordial, and we don't want to be disrespectful. That is the main thing there. And not only that, with Nintendo, when it comes with, at least with the supervisors and stuff, if you call in this type of problem and stuff, there's nothing that they can do. There's really nothing that we can do. All that we can really do when it comes to this type of situation, if you are really pissed off about a certain game or a certain aspect of something, all we can really do is just say that, okay, we're going to go ahead and leave a note for you, like, to kind of go for, like, our higher ups in a way. And basically it's just like, oh, this is something that we'd like to have changed for, like, notes or like something, or like, add this to a certain game that we'd love to see in the future. Just kind of like recommendations basically and stuff like that. Like, and that is the one thing that I will give credit to Nintendo. At least, I don't know, from the other companies, I haven't worked for PlayStation or Xbox and their phone services, so I don't really know how they do it. But from working from their phone services, it's really nice that they do have that section where they can take criticism from somebody calling in.
Sir, I am trying to help you, but we all have these rules. Anyone would have to tell you the same thing.
Yep, that is true.
Like, I would have to end the call if you continue to swear like this. Now, I am trying to listen to what you have to say, and I do care about what you're saying. But I do have certain restrictions that I have to abide by.
That is right.
Do you want me to be calling in every day over this harassment I have to deal with? Because now that it's paid to play, I feel like I have to.
Okay, so it seems like this was actually back when, like, the Nintendo Switch Online services just basically got added. So I'm assuming basically he, because he just mentioned that he had to play for Splatoon 2 or the online service to finally play Splatoon 2 online. I remember back then when that first came out, that was kind of a big controversial thing. Again, I wasn't there, but from my colleagues that I've worked with, they did say that they remember getting quite a bit of angry customers and angry phone calls about it, saying that they just were not happy that Splatoon 2 came out and it was free to play online, and then now when the service came out, now they just for some reason had to start paying to play online.
Trash when it comes to customer service in terms of what Japan gets compared to what we get is crazy.
Trust me, buddy.
Their
From
report
working with
systems
Nintendo,
work, everything works to deal with their situations, but for us,
Japan has its own thing, especially Nintendo of Japan, and in fact sometimes that actually does make Nintendo of Japan and Nintendo of America, from what I've heard, actually sometimes butt heads with each other.
Ignored. We're just left out in left field for this crap. I'm well aware I can't change your servers, but they can at least dedicate a fucking gaming server to us.
Yeah, but again, I guess he's on hold on this point. Yeah, so he's just talking. Yeah.
No, this is why I asked for a supervisor.
And the funny thing is, sometimes supervisors, when they do get an irate caller, and I've heard this from supervisors, is the reason why they would try to actually put these irate callers on hold is to pray and hope that, one, they hang up on them and just leave. Two, they just need a breather and just cool down themselves. Or and three, of course, to finally actually try to solve and like find whatever problem that they can. But most of the time, it's just pretty much just to be like, dude, F off. Like, just go away, basically.
Improve the service. As far as the online reporting system goes, what you're doing now is the best way to do it. It's reporting it through the online through the smartphone app.
Yep. So pretty much what he did, clearly from the sounds of it, the supervisor, is that he pretty much did, like I mentioned, the customer feedback report kind of survey tab that we have. He went ahead and he I guess from the sounds of it, posted the comments and everything that he made, and the just basically the anger and stuff that he's had about it. And then the other thing that it sounds like is he also looked up a couple bit of notes, and pretty much, yeah, so that's basically all that he can do. And that's the thing is, like, since our phone calls and stuff, even supervisors, are all just recorded, we have to basically look up the stuff and hopefully find the problem that the person is having, that like that is the issue that they're having, and we pretty much have to make sure that the notes and everything that we have there are perfectly clear about it. So and pretty much we have to rebuttal back what the notes are saying, and pretty much tell the customer that, yeah, that's basically how it is. So now listening to this phone call now, and with a clear idea that this is actually a supervisor that he is talking to, makes me feel like, okay, you know what, this supervisor then was fully on the right. And I also want to add here, the beautiful thing about this dude that I found really crazy is that before watching that Kiwi Tapes video, which I forgot to mention here, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link to the description down below, because it's a really good and funny video that Kiwi made. Apparently this dude has already received or hit the max amount of people that he can ban. Which I guess apparently, and I didn't even know this, and again, I worked for Nintendo, I had no idea that there was a certain limit that you can have on banning or like blocking somebody. So pretty much this dude has blocked 100 people, and that is the amount that you can block per month. So once the month is up, you have another full month to block another 100 more people. And so from what I've heard from the stories about this dude is that he would block 100 people basically, and then if he ran into more, I guess, assholes in his terms and future games and stuff, he would actually go ahead and just pretty much just unban or unblock some other people that he blocked previously and just block the newer people. Like, that shit's just insane to me.
And as you've been saying before, since we do have a much larger population, it does, we do have more reports to go through, so it can take some more time. Other from that, I apologize you've been having such a disappointing time. I hope that
He's doing good there.
Give me my fucking money!
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Yep.
Pardon?
Sorry about that.
Yep.
Somebody
Jeez.
subbed to me.
And in my mind, I'm just like, bro, this poor supervisor is, again, saying apology and just apologizing to this dude about, like, his bad services, I guess, that he's having with Nintendo or whatever. Like, he really does sound genuine, if you ask me, which in reality, that's kind of what we have to do, is we have to show, like, empathy and stuff, of course, even though sometimes we may not mean it, especially if you're being such a prick to us, the supervisor. But it sounds like he's being pretty genuine here, and like just hearing that, give me my fucking money, and then the slam honestly makes it sound like the dude is like even more angry than he should be. At this point, especially with how long this conversation has gone, again, we're almost at the 20-minute mark. I'm surprised that he has yet to actually just turn off the notifications and just,
ignore it.
But yeah, I've made all your comments available here. Was there anything else that you wanted to add while you're here?
Well, just the fact that, like I said, reporting on the app, days, weeks, I still see him around, and it just, I don't really believe you guys review that. I just don't see it.
Yeah, buddy, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you.
Give me my fucking money!
They're gonna keep going.
Pardon me?
This is really bad.
Pardon me?
I can see that you're streaming right now.
Yep.
So he is live
I am streaming.
And that is basically kind of one of the rules that we have.
That the distractions are, the notifications are being pretty distracting, and given the language, I am gonna.
Give me my fucking money!
Yep.
Alright,
Guys,
sorry,
quit subbing
bye.
for a minute. Let me see if I can mute that. He just ended fucking call.
Yep. So, I mean, and that is the truth. When it comes with, like, phone services and stuff, like, especially with him. So he did just went ahead and ended the call with the supervisor there. And I think, from what my understanding is, he pretty much is in the right there. He did inform him that, hey, you need to just turn that off. And it has been going on for a while there, for the entire phone call, basically. And Nintendo is very, like, hey, like, no bad words and stuff like that, especially on the phones. And then not only that, we also have like a weird rule when it comes with streamers and stuff. It's just like, it can be kind of like iffy when it comes with streamers, just because sometimes we can actually see or think that they are just like trolling us, you know, trolling the supervisors or whatever they're calling. So and then it saying the constant, you know, F word and stuff like that, it is kind of on the right for that supervisor to go ahead and just hang up the phone call, because you know, he's not wrong. It is pretty fucking distracting. So I think the supervisor there kind of held the phone call pretty good. I don't really think there's really much negatives. He put in the notes for the guy here who was very upset. He did inform him multiple times to, of course, stop the cussing and stuff. There was multiple amount of time that the dude can actually, or Putz could have go ahead and just turn off the audio. But I guess he just did not want to listen to him. I just, again, discovered this guy, and I just thought it'd be kind of a funny video for me to go ahead and show you. This is, again, in no means go ahead and harass this dude or make fun of him or nothing. This is not, I'm not condoning any form of like bad things to happen to this dude or anything. I just wanted to share this guy with you just because I thought that it was interesting, and then as well, being a part of Nintendo previously, I just thought it'd be a fun little interesting type of video to kind of give you guys kind of the knowledge about how Nintendo would do things. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.